think that they're pretty prepped for this.
Studied.
And I was
Sporkful with the Prime. Thank you for the 14 months, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for doing this.
Phenomenal so far this year. Or this
2-2
Lotus,
for Pistols.
They beat C9. They
2-0
beat
on
Leviathan in the run back in the lower finals. They beat Furia. They beat EG.
Okay, G2 on attack, and they literally just wait for the recon. Oh, sorry, the fade eye, and then they just walk out.
Angles, gets a spot. Carpe, though.
And this is a brand new setup for T1, by the way. Dude, I would love this setup with a shorty here. Have some bullets, drop him a shorty, takes the jaws here and here, and then gets a shorty with the TP. That's how I'd use this. I like this though. The fact that T1 are already bringing new stuff in, that's pretty cool. And they tried to bait out some of the other things as well, by the way. Normally when they show, there's only one person over towards A, so they're trying to bait and hide the fact that the chamber's in here. With them showing over towards A, they're going to think chamber's here, so that's why G2 are heavy forcing using their util, expecting the chamber to be here.
Essentially nothing, and Valen just goes in and sees nothing, and he's
they
like,
were really expecting the chamber to be here, and they wanted to try and force him back. Oh man, I'm excited, bro. This is a good pistol from T1. It's not done yet, but the overall plan was smart from them.
Here's all these footsteps. He knows that there's plenty more players, but still T1 not full sending the rotations. But he coming in, can't quite stabilize those follow-up shots.
Yeah, this is where a shorty would be the one.
Shot through. As Trent able to find one, but Carpe arrives. Cleans up two. Icy.
Bro.
Trent now dead.
The smoke is nice. It allows them to flood site as well.
Take some big moments from him, but now Jonah taking down. Saya finds a headshot. Valen trying to creep up.
Damn, sick pistol. Sick pistols. They're trying to hide the chamber. Keep G2 guessing. They see fade over towards here, jump spawning, so they're like, well, they used the one way at the beginning. They're probably playing the chamber over towards C. Let's use a lot of util. Let's force the chamber off C so that they then think we're going C. There's a giant question mark created here and here because the chamber's gone. And then we just hit back over towards A. T1 disguising where the chamber is. That was sick. And then once they kind of committed over towards A, they just had to commit. And then this smoke here was great. Means you can flood site, and also means if they try and push back at site, they tank damage. 3-2 overall with pistols. It was a lovely pistol to watch.
And the round goes the way of T1 to start.
Mark there trying to delay, but Carpe just dragging across, able to find Icy, sprays in. They clean up Trent as well. 2 quick kills found, paint shells lobbed in. Valen just having to stay flush against that door. Keep quiet and try to keep his life intact, but to join in, yep, he's gonna have to hit that one. Swing onto the corner, it's a double stack, high-low. Excurate able to find that kill.
No damage so far.
For Valen and Leaf. Cover going out. Any kind of additional damage dealt here is going to prove to be so incredibly difficult. Couple shots into the smoke, though. Very much reading.
That one's my fault, man. He can't even see him, bro. This is straight up.
As the door opens up, Garfield gives himself a third.
Does Rossi manage to pick up the gun?
Damn near flawless here. T1 move up 2-0.
Yeah, just a very nice hold here early by Carpe. Catches the raise mid-flight, and then able to track down some of those shots that are coming through that toxic screen very nicely. And that's making the round incredibly difficult.
Picked up the gun as well, so money's great. X-Grip buys the op.
Early op once again. You can see
heavy potential to try snowball. Where does the chamber go?
Credits in that previous round, and just enough.
TP's up towards the top, and has his backup TP around the corner, and they're going out towards A. Oh man, give me the chamber POV.
Of course, you got to be expecting it. There's that shot in the
just missed.
Yeah, right at the base of Icy's feet. He does manage to stay alive. Couple shots across over towards Baby Door to see if he can catch anybody trying to lurk up behind that Viper wall. But otherwise, it's again just a bit of an explosive opener, some shots and util exchange.
Really?
And now shift back across the opposite side of the map, but where Rossi is looking to intercept. Paranoia.
Oh my god, is the most perfect Omen flash I've ever seen. Actually hit each on the side. One left, one right.
At range, but Rossi now needs to get himself out of it.
Rossi, you gotta get out of there, bro. He did great though. He did so much damage. I was worried for him. He had to get one, and he did.
I see at 45 HP. Trent as well tagged down to 85. Playing in versus a Vandal, an AWP, and a Bulldog, and all these players have full health still.
Just a slight pause, but T1 has firm control of the map. Saya over at A main.
Off angle's incredible. Holy, nice rounds. He can get the upgrade as well. Yeah. And G2 gotta equal on this. Gotta have a low buy.
I mean, they're doing such a good job.
The bonus is here with 3 people surviving as well, so the money is great.
And there's a quick back, like double back towards C here.
Carpe is 7-0.
G2, and it's that paranoia into the push-out combo for T1 that gets them that early kill advantage. And now Carpe has a Nightfall in this 4th round. A little bit of a shift of position for Xcurate. Here we go. Out towards Rubble. Going to be uncontested mostly by G2. And for now, quick
what did G2 have?
C.
4 stingers?
Are they going to be able to force the issue on this?
Honestly, Easier has to do a lot.
Xcurate just here along the door. I mean, there's plenty of noise being made here. Paranoia goes across, catches on the multiple. Izu reading it, tries to get the jump before that third, can't quite make it happen. Door opened up, op shot,
man.
Xcurate gets him
an absolute
right in the
shot.
dome, right through the top of mound. He's now fallen, spotted, swing out.
Hold up, this is the drop gun.
Down. His first death of the map thus far. They continue to just swing out and look for these challenges. Saya still situated silently here within the side itself. No paint shell available, does have the boom bot. But you could tell G2, they just have no comfort in this position
hey,
whatsoever.
Big cleanup as well here, not too bad.
Pick up a 2-piece there on the
Only
back
2
end.
people dying as well. Like, their money
4-0.
is getting crazy good.
Yeah, I like the idea here from G2, kind of sensing that T1 is trying to play some early aggression, trying to play a little bit of traps. But this time, Izu playing a little bit further back. As soon as that Prowler comes out, his paranoia follows up, gets a bunch of them.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Last packing in towards that box, I believe.
Okay, and this is a good timeout. This is their second buy round, and yeah, they got a lot of options
really
at the
nice
moment. They're fatal. Obviously, they can get the Razor on this.
Yeah.
That shot
One away from Razor, I think it was. So you would imagine people are going to fight over towards C at the very least.
4-0 start once again. Pressure now going to start mounting here for G2. I mean, the desk was talking about it, how momentum, how important that can be. But we also saw, because of that icebox, how quickly momentum can come and go. T1, they're not looking to release it, though. They don't want to relinquish the control that they have.
Saya, you played discipline there, yeah.
Well, when you're in that
really
flow state, yeah,
the
longer you could stay in it,
the
better,
last
for sure.
2, this and icebox, like the prep that's gone into it, like the planning for some of these rounds has been great,
into
man.
This next round here for G2. So let's see if they can make Xcurate uncomfortable. That's something that can cause T1 some problems. We've seen it in Pacific, where if you can keep that chamber off balance,
the prep is unbelievable right now. It's been so good.
Dicey for T1 when they
I
start
still
to
love that
crumble
pistol round.
somewhat, and that's something I'm looking for here. You saw it with teams
obviously
getting, deep
everyone
smokes, deep
easiest call is to try to get this orb for the Razor.
Likes to hold.
Both teams know that. Ever going to see a 6-person duel? G2 don't force through this.
Able to find that forward player.
Holy.
He's blinded up, can't quite get that.
You know what really surprised me here? Is like this was a pretty obvious call to go for this orb. G2 only put 3 people in. They were ready for a push and push. So Icy did great. I like the Valen. I like the Valen most likely knew they were going to be fighting this and put his own flash into it as well.
He's going to be dead to rights, just out in the open. So Plant now coming through. G2 with a man advantage. Can they close this out? Rush forward out of the smoke. Icy.
Yeah, this smoke. See this one here that people have started to do over towards door. This is really cool. I started seeing teams throw this smoke that this guy's in at the moment. So honestly, you started seeing Vipers throw it. But if you don't have C control and you're pushing over towards B, like this smoke is great, especially if they open door and you know they're there. Sick round from Icy, man. All of them?
But Xcurate says no. Finds that kill. Now things start getting a little bit more risky for them because they still need to hold on to
damage
these
is
weapons.
done though, so enough damage. We got a 1-9 loss bonus if they lose the next round. So this next round is giant for G2. We're going to have 3 people, all 3 of these that can't afford next round if they lose. If they lose this round.
Is giving up. You don't have some of that Killjoy utility that can often be kind of difficult to deal with on the B site for teams on Lotus. So you can bypass that and just make quick hits. This time around, They're able to sneak past the defenses, the opening trade as well, but still, Josh not super happy with it. It is a round, it is a win. The op still remains in
Okay, big rounds.
Still have the Nightfall as
what
well,
is the Nate Teva combo like?
You're in a pretty good position
I will
now.
say that T1 have the best success rate of the Nate Teva timing. Like they just got it down over towards A. They're the team that by far get the most kills from it. And this is nice. Dude, T1 have been doing this all the time. Right? Aggro here and aggro over towards C. Keep an eye on the Omen. Dude, they're going back into the Omen. But they smoked this. They smoked the the fact that he smoked the turret means that they know that he's trying to fast flank. Oh.
And all of a sudden, it's right back into T1's hands.
Frying, dude. He's frying him.
Whoa! Gets the taps. Absolutely gorgeous rifling from him to keep G2 in this round.
And they know this guy was A while ago.
Swinging out, finds one
Whoa,
now,
the shots right now are insane.
They know Leaf's position was right there in the spawn. He's inching, he's looking for it. And Saya will have it.
Okay, we've got 3 people that can't buy.
Doing everything that he
So
could.
that's an eco.
But Saya just barely gets away with it and stops G2 from
Dude, the
finding that second
individuals from
round win.
T1 right now really stepping up.
It's so interesting how fast this map is. And part of it's because T1's pushing the pace, and this time around G2 reads it pretty well, but that's just insane from Carpe.
Yeah, that is
Completely
insane.
changed the destiny, and you're like, okay, Leaf's turn. He's hitting some banger shots. And then it's Saya's turn. He's gonna step in and just barely
Shot, man,
one
30
more shot,
HP.
he would have lost that battle.
Pop off. You get a 2K, you get a 2K. Sharing this is extra trying to go for
Check
the
under your
same
seats.
timing shot. Not quite ready for the reveal on the haunt there, as Orb's going to be snatched up by Icy, just 2 away from that next showstopper. Extra just dropping back here. Up on top of dropping as the smokes continue to fly through. He has to reposition.
Okay, this is a
Rossi, the
very,
first
very
bastion defense,
doable
ends up
round. The
falling.
Fade
That's
Out
gonna be a
just
weapon
became
now. Handed over here
insanely
to
tempting
Trent.
to throw.
Sees in play, Extrit still wanting to peek off the back of this.
Good position's
Somebody
not
to
the
push
best
away
plan.
Over in towards Tree. But no one giving him a sightline whatsoever. The Nightfall just having to be eaten. Now fully deafened up. Knows that there's going to be no flank coming in, but Trent's actually going to be the one taken down. Asaya comes away with that kill. Pinchel to clean it up. Icy now dead.
I
Izu.
love this, bro.
T1
is so good right now, chat. So,
the defuse is there.
3
T1
people,
with 3
heavy
players left
sound
standing.
over
Go ahead,
towards
pick up the
A,
operator
right?
once
They're all
again.
making so much
That's gonna be
sound.
them carrying
And
on
then
their
you have
merry
the
way.
guy
And that
late
presence
face
of
over
Execute on
towards
that
stairs
site
when they're
just
focusing
makes
over
it so they
towards
can't
site.
push, and so
Let's
that
watch
the angles
Izu's
can be
replay here.
Pretty well read by T1
But Izo took his time with this peak, and I'm pretty sure it might be 2 side shots. Yeah,
comes through
it's
stairs
at least
and
it's at least
mows
fast
down
shot.
too. They're not
Oh
ready
my
for the
god,
timing.
it's so nice from them.
Leaf
But yeah,
not
they're
being
just
past
distracting
that
so
wall quite
much
just yet.
that Icy just starts focusing over towards site because it's literally these 3 making sound, and this guy here is so silent.
I mean, call for help,
So
G2.
silent, real
Saya's
late
telling you
peak.
what to do.
Now, you do have a Viper's Pit for Jonah P. A lot of util again.
Yeah, and
to
every
try
time
to clear
Icy's
him
one
out,
away,
but
they
once
decide to
again,
do
Izu
this,
by
which means we have a
himself
bit of
using
a
Pushing on to 3,
bit of a
there's
punish
the
for it.
down. Saya pushing out,
And they got the
Extra
trades.
gets 1.
Got the trades, got
They
out
lose
of
2
there.
their
Man
players here to
advantage.
T1.
Another
So
big
more
buy run for
with
G2.
decent little advantage. There's the cut across on the smoke, and Execute anticipating that
He's
second player
pretty
still is not quite
committed.
ready.
Oh my god,
This
he's
is out on
more
the timing.
committed. He's walking forward.
This is out on the shot. So he's now sent the wall, falling, looking for a flick, but there's
Dude, they
no
got
one
a
there
flank
to
behind
receive
as
the
well. They
shot.
got him
Carpe
locked in.
meantime does find Trent Rossi swinging around the back.
Rossi's got the Odin out over
The pain
towards A as well.
continues,
Holy.
7-1. T1 looking absolutely
Dude, they need
incredible.
they need
this
a
is the defender
timeout.
side of
They
Lotus
need another
as well.
timeout.
They are
It's
absolutely
7-1.
just barnstorming them right now. And this time they show them a different look when they've given up space on Mount.
Yeah, they're too
Izu
obvious,
was playing
bro.
further back
This
the last
orb
time,
over towards
waiting
here. Yeah, look
before
at him
they came
calling.
through
He's
the
like,
door
well,
to let loose with the paranoia. This time
one
it's a
away
trap
from
play
Razor. It's
with
almost
the
like they always do
swinging door
this.
as well. Paranoia into the mound, catches a bunch, and it's a
Yeah,
favorable
they
trade
gotta
for
do
T1
this.
and another
They have to
early
do this.
second timeout
I
here for
will
T1.
say
Yeah,
that
and I
T1's
think that
comp, when you've
the
been
timing
watching
on
them
this
in the
one,
season,
very
they
much
normally
understandable.
average like 8 on
Again,
defense.
similar
It's
to
more
see
it's more of a
happening
defensive
as
sided
it's all
comp,
ice box, but
and they
also
do struggle
the
a
amount of
little bit on
ultimates
attack.
available to G2, you
So
want to be able to get into the players' ears and make sure that
they
you're not
need to
going
get
end
as
up
many rounds as
overcommitting these
possible.
and not getting
And
around
G2
win
should
like
know this as
we
well.
saw on
Like they can
Icebox.
kind of talk
So
about
need
the
to have
fact
a
that
very
guys, if we
solid
get
plan about
3,
how
if
to
we get
utilize
4,
these, 'cause it's the showstopper,
it's actually
the lockdown,
fine
the pit,
because this
the
comp is a little bit more. It struggles a little bit
The only
more.
thing that they're lacking is that Nightfall.
Not too much more,
just as many
but a little bit
on
more.
the opposite side. So there needs to be a very firm game plan here to not overcommit.
Right, it's going to be really difficult because, especially like if you're G2, you're like, okay, we're in an eco round
Amaro,
here. We've got
thank you so much, man. Amaro with the 10 months. Thank you for doing that. Jack as well. Jack Igo, thank you for the 4 months, bro. Appreciate that. Thanks for the tier 1. And Killer Max as well with the tier 1. Thank you for the whole year, bro. Appreciate the support.
Get that early round advantage, but you're not really going to be afforded that opportunity if T1 so chooses. Plus, you have to figure out where the heck this operator is, just in case, because you never know.
And G2 need to get that. What are we saying? 4,
things like that
3 and a pistol. It's doable.
An A main.
They would have to play a very, very good defense.
Down, Valen just TPing in, back rubble. Space conceded though. T1, anticipating that showstopper is likely to come into play.
Exactly.
So are playing back. Looks like Saya just going to be rotating around here. As Carpe continues to
I like this from T1 as well. Dude, I've been criticizing this a little bit from T1. They normally do this, right? And then they always have the chamber facing in front of it. It was a bit of a read in terms of some of their ults, where it's a little bit too predictable. Into this as well, they have the ult. This time we put the trip here, which is normally where Xcuret is playing, and then he actually plays where the normal trip is, just in case they've done heavy anti and they know that they always do this setup with the Viper over towards C. This is good from T1, man. They're so prepped.
Finally turns back.
He actually got a kill. Does Leaf use his ult? It would be tempting. Dude, oh god, they're using their ults. Chat, they're using their ults into an eco. They gotta win it.
Izu, however, gonna be taken down. Carpe arriving. That lockdown is in play.
Oh my god.
Maybe just a small little cuppy for him to play with to try to keep himself safe. No, he ends up getting detained. Now he's just trying to break line of sight, keep himself protected. He is able to do so. He will be able to regain his weaponry, but he's at 1 HP. A lot of this pressure is going to be on Rossi. Trent not going to be caught by the Nightfall. The Seize does not get the grab. Haunt at the ready, time ticking. Needing to try to stick onto this one. Rossi able to mow them down, but is the time going to be there? It's so very close, but he can't quite make it happen.
I thought they were going to do it. Okay, G2 really all in on the eco. 4v4 over towards side. They invest so many ults, but it does just pay off.
Find that round. It took the showstopper. It took the lockdown. It took the Viper's pit, and still T1 wipes them all out. And it was only 0.32 seconds they had to spare. Rossi been great with that Odin. Xcuret tried to push into that Viper's pit early, couldn't quite do so. It's so close.
Yeah, just laughing it off though. That's good.
Now,
okay, G2.
Now you've got all these
the
ults.
4 is doable, man.
The
4 is definitely
so
doable.
The showstopper still for Saya. This is a very tricky round for them to navigate.
Okay, they hear the chamber. They hear the chamber. They know that the ult came out.
Get some info, trying to keep players in place. You do have a bit of a push
here. Gonna be a little bit scared over towards A right now.
With the swarm grenade, he is gonna get it.
Yeah, and Molly breaks the trip over towards B. That creates a lot of pressure. Hopefully trying to bring the chamber over to watch this, yeah? And they hear chamber break the door, and now they know that chamber's watching this.
Because of that trademark clear out, he does have to turn his sights back over in towards B.
I say that. They need to at least be scared of this angle over towards door.
This continues to jiggle peek. No one really
the most obvious call is to just go heavy door, hit A at the moment. I like this from T1. 3-person aggro over towards B. They've been doing this a lot, right? They lose A control, they push. Even when they've been getting A control, they push over towards C. Definite weakness of the fact that they can just push over towards C. G2, I like this no one overstepping, just making sure they put the wall up, they cross over towards door. And the chamber has no chance to actually kill anyone. 3-person push behind Leaf could be good for 2.
First one to fall. Leaf able to come up with 2. Those are huge eliminations, and he knows that the third is there, but Xcuret gets himself on the line to find the shot and does manage to take him down. Spike now planted, ticking away. How do they decide to hold this one off?
Can they defuse from this corner?
Just the C's.
This is a bad plan.
Available to them. All of the util expended here from G2 at the moment. Xcuret forward, looks to try to just be able to hold this one to half, and he is playing on the corner. Can play this somewhat safely, but no, he's going to end up getting taken down. Now it is all on Carpe. He finds the first. Still 2 more to try to deal with. Clear out on the haunt. Reads the Omen's position, but cannot find the shot.
Hey,
Valen
shout
will
out
be
to
able stand
G2,
tall.
dude. As soon as
themselves the
this
third.
plant looked bad and I
huge
saw
from
that
G2.
tap,
Leaving
I
those
was
players
very worried.
behind. A leaf comes up massive again for them.
3?
On that rock. Just sitting there waiting. It got pinged
bad.
out, but I don't think they quite thought he was this far deep. You can see Saya just jumping up and over, trying to figure out what's going on towards Tree. Pays the price for
Oh, okay,
it.
that's.
Can't give
I was wondering if
those
he was going to stick it,
opportunities.
but honestly, that stray bullet and the fact that he was showing there, he
2
would have
rounds in a
died.
row
So
now
he
for
couldn't have
G2,
stuck it anyway.
starting to feel
It
themselves
was a good
little,
replay.
starting to
Sorry
get
for him.
that wind
T1
behind their sails
finally
again.
get wrecked
Let's see if they
money-wise.
can
They have the
string a few
eco.
more together here. Make
The
this a
easiest chance
7-5
for
half. Then,
G2 to get
you know,
4 here.
mentally at least, you're feeling a little bit better going into that other side of the map.
Big TP, but Showstopper out, sends it. That's going to be Leaf taken down. Saya looking for a little bit of follow-up, but he does
We
get
put
some
the
good
Razo
damage,
into
but
the
also Trent
eco?
cannot confirm that kill. Trent
Okay.
down to 2, Icy at 84. A 1-for-1 exchange in the end. Carpe, Marshall online, Prowler coming through, sees the jump across, tries to adjust for the raise. Otherwise, maybe could have gotten a catch onto one of the other players. Instead, decides to pull back.
Yeah, the diligence good.
Oh, trying to go for the flick. Player
The
off
thing
that
is
Prowler
the,
timing, nothing going to be spotted there. Sees to try to buy himself
The person that did damage to Trent. person that did damage to Trent is
the top. Not going to be confirming no presence
the person that died. So they know that the damage is done.
He's looking for those shots through the smoke. Might have gotten a tag there.
Okay, we're getting a little bit low, and they, in terms of
They
G2,
have to
they
retreat,
got
though.
they
Don't
got
like
no
what
map
they're seeing with
control
all this
really.
utility.
They have this.
That Marshall,
Everything else is a
one
question
of the scarier
mark.
guns for sure with the eco buy.
Cool
from
goes
T1,
out
so
to
they
go
say, okay,
over towards A,
try a different direction.
25
Let's give him another
seconds.
look.
Omen can get hit early. Omen
Calls to
has
go to
Omen
A.
flash.
Izu set up here, looking to try to get these smokes
Izu could
in preparation.
100% make a play here.
Sends one over towards the tree door.
Oh,
He's snappy as
man,
hell
I'm not sure that
with
was the
first
one I would
shot.
go
Can't
for,
quite find
but
the follow-up,
did
now
good
there's only 10
damage.
seconds remaining. Smokes coming through. Execute into the smoke. Looks like they still suspect it, but he's able to find the shot.
Spike down.
And that's going to be it. The round forces survive. It's over.
He gets away. Oh my goodness.
Get the round win.
No way.
The extra will still get a follow-up. Gets himself
Holy,
nothing
bro.
retained. Everything taken from them.
Holy.
T1
They gave him a luck
now
smoke.
at 8-3.
How do you play it any better than that? That's unbelievable. His understanding of the timing, his understanding of the positioning.
Chad, that
He
was his smoke. That
sneaks
wasn't Izu's
right
smoke,
into
right?
That Omen smoke.
I thought
No,
Izu's
just
smoke was
a
sight.
step ahead of his opponent. And that gives him the ability to stop the plant and end the round. And then he's got the TP
Yeah, it
ready
was
to
Valen's
just
smoke.
peace out.
Oh no, Valen gave him a
Unbelievable
luck
stuff from
smoke to
X-Current.
shoot him through
And he's
this.
letting him he's waving goodbye already.
No, Valen gave him the space. Okay, straight back in. A fast to A fast. We got 9 players dueling on A. Good luck to the observers, looking like Icebox out here.
We're all on Valen. Just a stinger in hand. Somehow he slipped the net. He does have the ult. He could pick up the spike, but we're going to have to run the replay, I think, a couple times to really assess
Yeah,
what
we
happened
basically
here.
missed the whole round.
Whoa! Line up! And somehow he gets the collide at that distance, but Rossi says,
Okay,
no more of that
absolute
nonsense.
madness.
He will be able to be the
3
last one standing,
3 and a
as it's
pistol,
9-3 on the half, with
maybe.
T1 out in
Gotta
front
win this
once
pistol.
again.
My stinger don't work like that.
No.
Oh my God.
No, it does not. But yeah, let's get ready to reassess exactly what transpired at the beginning of this round, because it was explosive. As well, we'll take a look at this one first.
Yeah, that's
That
insane.
range, being able to get 2 kills, that's insane.
I mean, this is the Valen special. He is, I think, the best stinger player in the world. When I was watching through those VODs, that was something I
Yuriko,
noticed.
thank you so
All right,
much,
well,
man.
players
Appreciate
talk
the
about
8 months.
Analyst,
Thank you,
best
thank
of
you.
luck.
Bro, I have no idea.
Thank you so much,
Literally no idea.
Achilleos. Surely setting us up for success. No, but seriously.
I'll say City.
If you're
just
talking about
so
setting
you
up
have
for
an answer.
success, I mean, it's just T1 all the way. They're utterly unstoppable at this point.
Am I pissed that they're going to be right in their predictions? Probably, but I am very happy to see, you know, that once again we're wrong, right? And I love it because
Bro,
the
so
things
fast
that
the camera
we're
didn't
seeing,
even
how
catch him
they're
up yet.
so
The replay guy's
happy
got nothing
just
to
fight every
replay.
single part of the map. How even when G2 gets a response, if they do something in one round, they adapt immediately onto
Yeah.
the early round.
lost
of
the
next
footage,
one,
it's
keeping
done
the pressure
forever.
constant all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, they
The
basically just
T1
went
that we're
fast A.
seeing probably is not
and
the one that we
then-
expected, but what can we?
I'm not sure
what
the
does
replay
that
would have given
tell
us too
about
much other than people
G2,
just
right?
spamming
Like,
smokes.
I think it's telling us that G2 right now, that loss that they incurred on map 2.
Crypt CS, thank you so much for the 17 months, man. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much for the Prime, bro.
It motivated T1,
Thank you
if anything,
so much,
because
bro.
you're starting to see T1 just go for it. And, you know, one thing that we wanted to point out was this battle here between Saya and Icy. And honestly, Icy was a guy that we were really complimenting coming out of the first stage, because he was starting to find his footing, really starting to find his voice within the team as well.
Kimmy, go get that cold water,
Saya
surely.
player and company have just shut him down. He has really not been a factor in this series. And Saya's starting to find that life here. He's getting so much. He's getting so proactive because he's being enabled so well. Huh? Oh yes, Life is playing later. How dare you? But yeah, look. Honestly,
did Viper nerfs affect Lotus the most?
From Jump Street.
Yeah,
in terms of if we're not including maps where like people would force a Lotus, like where people would force a Viper. Yes, I kind of agree.
Look, G2, they need to show some life here. Let's send it back over to a
and maybe Bind.
Thank you very much. Yes, Life is exactly what
these two maps kind of got affected the same way. Like on attack, you can't do the smoke here and then pick it up and do this. Similar to like over towards B on over towards A on Bind, you can't pick it up for your after plant.
It's almost like we've been casting together.
1-0 this map for Pistols. 3-2 over the whole series, and G2 have to win Pistol. They cannot win without a Pistol. And it hasn't started great. Valen gets an important kill because he still has Omen Flash. But dude, you gotta stay alive. It's all up. It's all up to the guy that had the most insane fast map. Alright, look how together. Whoa! Whoa! No, he went for the chamber gun, and he had no bullets.
Spray on the corpse, and oh boy, Excurate, 1 bullet shy of being able to fly that pistol round win. Leaf, he takes those.
Leaf here, bringing a shot of
no way, the double swing.
For his team. This round looked
wait,
like
he went for. He actually had the classic. Did the classic only have two bullets?
Just running out of ammo. T1 doing a lot of good things, a lot of good trades. The early hit was beautiful. Paranoia. Right on point. But Leaf has been phenomenal at times today. Obviously,
well, they get a lifeline.
He was brilliant. Now he's got that outlaw, and he's got a kill.
He does take a nasty bit of damage. The Marshal at least able to find some bit of value there from
Okay, well, we get a 3-3 pistol, and this is the first map that we've actually had it equal. So that's kind of cool for the third map. Man, this is doable. This is doable, but we've seen T1 struggle sometimes on their attack. Because a lot of their attack, when I watch it, is get the AWP on Excurate, and a lot of it is try and play for picks. And sometimes their XX haven't looked
cute attempt there from
super together,
trying to hide himself from that jiggle peek angle,
which is something that you kind of need to have down on this map.
Izu's going to snatch up that Marshal for himself, see if they can make this C-height.
So it depends if they clean that up a little bit.
There is that nano right on the ground. Carpe heard it, but just says, whatever. I'll just walk through it anyway. See if we can at least get the plant down potentially, get some money in the hands of T1.
I like how G2 have approached this though, right? We got the 4 rifles, we got the 1 outlaw. Everyone's trying to make sure that they stay alive. Like, you might watch Leaf here just play crazy passive. I could see a world where he doesn't even face too much.
Look at that first challenge here, first contact, is he does have that Marshal in hand.
They want to try keep every single gun.
Back away, and he's a nasty amount of damage now, down to 12 HP. Ends up getting Paranoia. C's coming through to try to buy some time here for them, but I see with that paint shell lob around the corner, does come up with a kill. Rossi, right clicking his way, but doesn't know where they're
that was
at.
pretty costly.
A 180 attempt with a Marshal shot.
Does he pick up the Bulldog?
3 players left standing though. Outlaw and 2 Bulldogs going to be carried over. G2.
He should probably pick up the Bulldog. They got a plant, and he knows, and they know that the Outlaw's here.
Good patience.
Still, that's nice damage, man. Double Bulldog out of them.
A little bit of bait and switches there on that C site, trying to draw players out so he can get some kills. Huge early win there, even though he takes the damage. That Outlaw, so valuable for Leaf. And Excurate again. Attempt at something a little bit cheeky.
Okay, keeps the gun.
Bro. However, he does have enough money for an op. So
what? Why are they not buying heavy armor? You just had an Outlaw.
T1 trying to get back into that groove, trying to get back into that comfort zone. And it is so tricky for G2 because you have to be so cautious of pushing these angles.
Oh, Izu out in front of this smoke. Tries the transition there, but it's a little bit too soon. But now with the reveals coming in, they know that they're stuck with
Oh
Icy.
no, Rossi got one shot.
Still able to find that kill. Leap in the meantime, killing off Rossi, Saya player.
Okay, big 2-on-2,
Execute.
and we got
Try and stop this bonus
both people
conversion.
that can get one shot.
Execute creeping along, working his way back over in towards spawn. Jonah backing off. There's the jump.
Shot.
There's the pick. Execute
Leaf
finds
picked the right
kill.
site.
Now he'll move forward, bring the spike over into the site where he can be planted.
Leaf has to do another
Leaf.
1v2.
Let's see what decision he makes. It's going to be a very long rotation for him.
Oh man, this one got pretty scary.
Could snag a gun on the way through. Upgrade that outlaw into a rifle for sure.
This is gonna be interesting.
And yep, he's looking right at the one in
Does
spawn.
he just
Things
save the
just
op?
So aggressive from both these teams.
Like, do you just look at the op here and just go, hold up,
With the tuck into the corner here from Excurate, it's really hard to try to isolate.
or at least get rid of it?
He's got that
I mean, you
trademark
should probably
setup
go
over
for the
at
rounds,
Waterfall,
but
and now he's just
there's a world
watching
where you could be
Leaf
tempted
needs
because
to
it is just a
resist, needs to
bonus for
find
them.
that kill and get himself back out so that he can re-aggress against Saya player here. He's expecting it, but he's just not quite able to find the shot. Excurate will go ahead and put him down.
I think he
T1
should have
get
at
themselves up to
least
10.
like
Of course,
should have
the
at least
operator
like
recovered.
thrown it to
Yeah,
spawns.
no, it's
They wouldn't have had time to get
crazy
it.
start to this round. Izu TPs just
The problem
to
is he
the
didn't
side
want to
of
let them know
using
where
the
he's actually
smoke to
coming
cover
from,
his
and
angle.
him
Great
dropping the
paranoia
gun
as
would let
well
him know that
to
he's
set
there,
him
and he's
up.
obviously trying to
Then
win the
there's
round.
two players from from G2 cutting in. And he can't quite
Got a little bit
get
close
his
though,
aim
did enough
stabilized in
damage, so
time. They
this is
try
just
to
a big
repeat.
swing round. We got 1, 2, 3
Players of
people that
G2
combine next round
were
if they
waiting.
lose
Got some
it.
big kills.
So
However,
must win
Saya,
round for G2 again.
Final
Dude,
piece of the puzzle.
one
14-1
away
in that round
for Icy's
in terms of
ult.
getting into that C site and getting that plant down.
Yeah, this
A bit of
all
an early
becomes
smoke,
pretty
but
tempting.
Excurate is not afraid of anything when he has an op in his hands. He is just pushing, 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 and he wants to see what he can get away with.
He said it in interviews multiple times. He feels like when he has that operator in hand, he's the best player in the world. Like that's the level of confidence that he has with it. While it was a slow start on Icebox, it's been pretty good.
It's been all right, yeah.
First couple rounds on Icebox.
Okay, Nate goes in
since
over
then, it's been
towards
nothing
A,
but
breaks
solid.
both
Creeps him
mollies
way up,
and the alarm
behind
bot.
rubble. Oh, spot on the one, but I don't know if he's going
Okay,
to be ready
Trent's
for a potential
never
counter swing from
re-peeking
Valen.
that.
Yeah, he has to fall back towards
Because obviously Leaf
his
saw the op
rendezvous.
as well on the
It's safety
floor
there
and
of
got
that
killed by a
TP
guy
now that he's
close,
been
so knows that they have an op.
identified. And G2 though,
Getting a
not
little bit
looking to
low
try
on
to get
time.
aggressive off of it.
Not
They're,
giving
I
them
think
any
a little bit
pick.
concerned that this is some kind of trap play. Instead, they're just going to be content to just wait this out.
Yeah,
Sit by
one
Baby Door.
person pressure
See
here.
what T1's
When does
move
Omen
is. They're going to
TP
be
over
reactive
towards
in
the
this
site?
round.
Trent is right there, but Icy is just behind the box.
Oh, they want to duel this.
Hasn't looked like Excurate has really paid any attention towards that position, but as the wall comes up, cut off his access and cut off his sight lines, and they look to storm into the A side. Valen, however, spraying across, able to find one, finds himself a second as Izu will fall. Rossi answering back, does take him down.
Oh,
The
there's a
advantage
good
is
nade
there.
as well. Means they can swing this
Right
angle.
now coming
Prowler
through,
goes out.
tagged up on
Saya
Rossi
player
and
is the only
Excurate.
person that can really
Not even
win
100
this.
HP between the two of them.
Big duel
versus
coming up.
4 players. Saya trying to be the first one to save them off. Spotted out just a bit. They take their time on the approach to drop and actually cut back across in towards stairs. Turn the setup in case that backstab comes through. Saya dead. Excurate and Rossi now everything to do, everything to attempt,
Whoa.
but they will just get gunned down. Jonah takes him out in one
That
fell
was impressive,
swoop.
man. Fair
With
play.
4 players left standing.
4
They can even grab
people.
the operator if they want.
Oh,
That's
we
gonna
got
be
a
G2.
actual.
Shortening the
We got
gap
an
a
actual
little bit
close
more,
game
keeping
coming
themselves in this series. It's now 10-6.
The patience is paying off for G2. They're doing a great job of not giving up anything early. And then as soon as this toxic screen comes down, Valen knows that there's only so much time that you have to get towards the A site. And he is in a perfect spot. They let all of T1 pass. They don't spray through that toxic screen when they're opening that door at tree because they know that the timing is a little bit shorter than what you need to cross into the site most likely. And Valen is
So
just
if you're
waiting with
T1
open
at the
arms.
moment, you want to
It's a
just
big kill.
prep for
Yeah,
next
just a little bit
round.
of damage
So
here
there's
to
an
Jonah
orb
P.
over towards.
Rossi though, oh boy.
Spotting out multiple.
Okay.
Needs to try to back away.
Scrap that.
Tag down
We
to
pick up the
85.
orb
He's
on
gonna
the
be hot
chamber
till
and we
get
get the
out. We do
ult
take
out. Maybe
X-Ray,
this is
does
a
get
better
this
plan than
Twitter
what I
force
had.
online.
And if you're G2 right now, you're telling everyone to not overstep.
Call is gonna be to not just
Because
blind
they
push
are
up
just
through
going to,
Sniper
for
Orb.
the next 40 seconds, they're
better
just
of
going to
it.
be looking for a pick with this gun.
Just trying to clear some space, maybe see if they can draw some attention out of B. Taking his time, but nobody up in heaven. You do have Valen over towards the waterfall side of B site. Identify the turret. Smoke's going to come out. And for now, T1's just going to use that opportunity to regroup towards main. Not a lot of information for T1 to work with here. So leave X-Curate on his own. Let that tour de force cover the flanks.
Pressure over towards A, then so they're going to try.
Trent forced away for a brief little moment, but the showstopper comes out, and that just forces them all back. More time and space bought here by G2.
Okay, doesn't want to overstep because you could have an op somewhere.
Found there, but now it looks like T1 being forced to commit into this C site, and there is so much util waiting for them. No, tap under the door.
This setup is too strong. G2 got so many people here. Got Nate Tether.
Trent, Icy, both nearby. Turret comes up with
Hold
one,
up.
but X-Crit finds Icy. Balin going to be taking down the plant now. Started, but interrupted for a brief little moment.
10 seconds to plant this. No one can stop the plant.
Finds the headshot, though. Taking down Isu. The plant comes in. Carpe looking to try to take some space. Works his way up in towards upper, but he's been spotted.
Last player standing.
And X-Curate, as he falls, it's now all on Carpe. We've seen him pull off miracles with Sheriffs in the past, but he's tagged up, and Leaf just swings out a little bit wider for the challenge. A 4K
it actually got really close.
And
they did so good to get over towards site. Trade on the guy spawn, and then X-Curate hit the guy
Try to
in
rethink some of their
Hobbit as
ideas.
well.
G2 is doing a phenomenal job.
This was a nice round in the end.
Every angle.
Shout out to Carpe for not overheating here and using his ult as well.
Coordination.
I was worried at one point he was going to try and use his ult here.
Need to slow things down a little bit here.
Norm is in like a good position to actually capitalize off it properly.
Players being hot on G2. Maybe you could turn up the pace. I'd be fine with that.
Last time out for T1.
Rather slow as far as this match has, gone.
That is some explosiveness.
Yeah.
I do think sometimes when Carpe's been calling recently, I talked about it a little bit earlier, that on their attack, sometimes they focus too heavy on him getting a pick, and I do think that it's a little bit detrimental to them. Sometimes I think it would benefit from him picking up a rifle and being able to send it in with the team, just so that they can overwhelm some of these sites. So I hope that at one point T1 accepted that G2 isn't giving them the picks, and that X-Curate needs to try and rifle
the map, finding any early picks, finding any early advantages. They're not giving up any, and they're hitting T1 when T1's trying to make their move, trying to get
sorry, X-Curate. Who did I say? Carpe calling? I meant X-Curate, because he focuses on him opping. Yeah, and I think this is the one. Sorry, I meant
outside of A. Showstopper nearly there for Saya player. They've got the Nightfall as well as the Pit. They get to a post-plant position. Granted, Leaf.
So I like that he picks up the rifle. I like I mean, this for me might be one of the higher chances of T1 getting around.
You got a Showstopper. Let it rip.
Quick blast pack across. Saya tap onto the door. It looks like he's not going to be interested in the orb quite just yet. Prowler will reveal at least one player. There's the Paranoia forcing away Jonah Peep. Way over in towards backside, but it's going to be blinded up again as the Prowler just managed to chase. Push up here into the side, but it's vulnerable.
Look at how much damage the smoke did, though.
Another two-piece here for
the
smoke, G2.
The force through.
Just like that.
Yeah, and I love this reactive smoke as well. We just made the back of sight just the strongest hold ever. Yeah, double smoke. It kind of looked like a Cypher setup, right? Double smoke, double vision block over towards either side, and just hold back of here. This was cool. Yeah, shout out to Jonah P. And you got to be a lot smarter with your smokes on defense. And this was a great. This was a great one.
All this pressure. Jonah P. also able to dodge that seize.
Yeah, I like this. I like these double smokes, man.
Trying to step outside of it. Yeah, just play back. Give him a little bit of space. I'm a little bit surprised here that T1
it felt like G2 had a very good read into this. Where are they placing their smoke normally? Is this where they're literally just putting their smoke the whole time? Or...
Guarantee yourself that plant. Get into the Viper's pit.
No, they're changing it up each time. I think you just put it here now.
Instead, they tried to just brute force their way through with their guns, and G2's been really good in those situations here as we've gone over to their defender side of Lotus.
Paint Shell's going to be committed here onto the forward corner just to try to get rid of some of that KJ util, but as we can see, it's all been positioned over towards A.
T1 got to be feeling a little bit nervous now. they had a strong start, and this is where some of the inexperienced players, and they do have some inexperienced players, this is where they start thinking about the future instead of the present. I spoke about this a little bit on Plat Chat. And it is something, because I was talking about the Heretics guys, and when you start thinking about the future and you don't stay in the present, you're just more worried about the fact, like, you start thinking, man, we were 7-1 up, this is going to look worse, this isn't going to look great, it's going to look borderline embarrassing. And once you start thinking about that, you start making plays that you shouldn't be playing.
Playing off that orb, playing off that decay damage. Leaf finds himself 2 kills.
Bro, they keep sending it through the Viper util. We've really got to shout out just how good Jonah P is being with this Viper smoke at the moment.
Solid round here, G2.
Like, but if you're T1, you got to be talking about this, right? T1, 2 rounds in a row, and honestly, there's been more where the Viper smoke has been over towards A, which means that the Viper smoke that is normally over towards C isn't here, so you have a better chance of forcing through it. You can force through an Omen smoke, you can't really force through a Viper smoke. That should be the call right now. But they do pick up the op and they go back to the normal picks. Let's see if G2 give them a pick.
6 rounds to 1. Right now in this half, absolutely nuts. But this is where it kind of
Vernon, thank you so much for the Prime, bro. Thank you. Saya and Eric as well with the Prime. Welcome into Slug Club. Thank you for doing that. Bark FPS and 1128. Thank you so much as well.
To a post plant and find yourself around. Otherwise, it is going to be all tied up. You still have that lockdown to consider as well. That's a real problem with that util combo. If you put that Viper's Pit down and the lockdown comes through to clear it, can get pretty tricky.
So it's going to be their normal setup of just let me get a pick.
Maybe somebody's going to be forward, so smoke comes in.
But as we can see, they want to pivot over towards B split. It works kind of well for the eco. They got into B.
Actually make Trent's job a little bit more difficult as he is going to be
no way.
That
was Triangle too.
But there's the lockdown now invested here at upper plant.
It's a good plant over towards the safe area for the ult though. Does Carpe want to use ult here? I think this is their best chance. Ult goes in. Does really get
coming through? He's just holding it, but there's the cleanup. Carpe,
oh my god, no one shot the eye.
2 kills. Balin now, last one standing. The jump out of the
no
smoke.
No one shot the eye.
Collects the kill. T1 will finally break this win streak.
Yeah, and that all came down to the eye, and it had to be the guy that was plat, because this guy was over towards spawn, we had a diffuser, and this guy here couldn't see the eye.
No doubt about it. I mean, this is finally T1 able to
yeah,
get
that guy in
space
plat,
to
Leaf
set up
there,
this
had to
B
shoot
crunch,
it, and maybe he was spamming too much. Maybe the comms didn't come in that they had fade eye.
I mean, it was on a nice edge there for a moment, but that haunt timing was perfect from Carpe. The shooting phenomenal as well, but it ain't comfortable.
And they pick up the op as well.
For T1. Yeah, you still have that Viper's
G2,
Pit. Rossi got taken down pretty early in the round, but
looks like there's a bit of a weakness over to B at the moment.
Working in G2's favor a little bit. They're just being so cagey, and Xcurate can't win his battle out on the edge.
Yeah, and it's a pick, but they've been getting into B. So pick for B site.
But now looking for the take here onto B. Paint shells to try to create some space. That C link. Omen TP around the back. Izu.
Oh, he sticks this.
Leaf is reading this absolutely flawlessly, but it's going to be Leaf who starts eating some damage. Sai going to be taken down in the meantime. Trent able to find Rossi. Izu finds that kill, but now he has so much more work to do. 2 players left, just he and Carpe versus 4. The pit.
Oh, what a play.
Oh, Carpe was just going to lurk over here into the side, able to find those 2 quick taps. Izu, can he make it happen?
Oh my god.
Some shots there into the shoulder.
Oh my god, 4 bullets.
He needs a headshot, he needs a 1-tap, and he's not going to find it.
Whoa, that was so close.
Will be the last one standing.
1-9 loss bonus.
Oh, okay. Jonah Maui really feels as he goes back over to the defuse. Once again, 1 round separating. 11-10, T1 still in a decent position as they are going to be calling their second timeout.
Carpe, dude, he did unreal things here.
Really interesting
I don't know how he made this one doable. At its peak, it's a 2v4.
Throwing down the Viper's Pit, sending Izu with that TP into the back of C, but it doesn't really pay off. It's read extremely well, even though Izu somehow almost wins it. Trying to keep him pinned, but Izu's able to find just enough timing to sneak around the corner back towards the spike.
T1 call a timeout. The money's pretty wrecked. 2 people can buy.
You know, it's just phenomenal defense here from G2. Again, they're just doing such a good job of making sure that they're not giving up anything for free.
Lotus is more defense-sided now with the Viper now. No, it's... Well, actually...
And it's taken extreme effort from T1 to
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. It might be. It might actually be because of the smoke they used to pick up over towards A and then throw. But this whole general, at least this map I can talk about. Like T1 has historically been the 8-4 average on defense half because of the chamber, and then they struggle on attack more. So that's more just how T1 is, because obviously the chamber. But you might be onto something just because the fact you can't pick up the smoke and then do the smoke here. You have a harder time actually forcing over towards A.
Here in the second half. Hasn't been
but at least this game, it's not a good example because this is more the norm of the T1 game, where it's like bang defense, start struggling on attack.
The turret still in that same spot by Baby Door.
Yeah, that's free info. I goes over towards here. No one playing close. No one shooting it.
A little bit there is Leaf, who has been also just absolutely explosive here in the second half.
Very quiet, very pulled back here from
Whoa,
G2.
it covers the alarm bot. The smoke covers the alarm bot.
But, I mean, look at this approach. It's a
There's 4 people that have found the gap at spawn.
Try to see if they can get any kind of catch here. As Carpe at least will try to distract and keep attention over towards that door.
Oh my god, who gets wrecked?
Wrap around.
Who gets wrecked?
Out. Shots coming.
Who?
Way. He is not ready for it. You can't really play.
No, I thought Leaf was going to get wrecked as well. Still, though, that's a gun. Big jewel here.
Shot found. Izu able to come up with that elimination, but Sia player gets the jump on Icy. Takes him down. Trent in the meantime.
Think he'd be close?
Does manage to backstab. Gets the kill. Carpe on the floor. Two players left, 40 seconds to try to play
Trent
with.
could get this off, but obviously he doesn't want to give away his position.
On this B site, Jonah P. just listening, hearing, lurking.
Distracts, and does he run through with this? Yeah, lovely distraction.
Like
lovely distraction, Jonah. Lovely distraction from Trent. Jonah's giving it.
Spray, another defuse, and now
Trent gets his all on this one.
11-11.
T1 digging deep into the strategy book here, going for the long lurk. And G2 is certainly fired up and
bro, that was a sick round though. The 4-person flank. Yeah, dude, I thought they were gonna get the kill on Leaf at the same time. It looked like it worked perfect timing wise. Leaf just did incredible.
Jonah P just knew it. They went over to B. He's like, I'm just gonna wait for the plant, and then I step in, and they are not gonna be ready at all. They are not gonna read this position. I can just take care of business. Trent was coming on the rotation as well, but didn't need him.
Dude, Jonas smokes are everywhere. Like, his decision making of him like predicting or like potentially the reads that they have of where they're most likely to go has been great. I feel like his Viper smoke is always in the right place. Let's see if this is another example.
Just given, honestly, a very good call from T1 to go on that huge push through stairs. But now they have full firepower.
Think about this. If T1 doesn't win this round, their economy's in the gutter.
This is great for T1.
I mean, it's a must-do
all of
almost
this
for
map
T1
control.
at this point.
Within the first 40 seconds, like this is really good. Aggro trip as well to clear all of door. That's nice.
Secure it again, looking to go his way forward. Tucked away
Using
I
mean, who does this a lot? Like Foot on Split do this a lot, where they just use their trip for just map control.
Once again, try this A hit. It looks like, but
okay, first use of the smoke, and once you see the smoke, you would imagine a hit over towards site. Trent is got to use his fatal back. Ooh, no, he doesn't. He holds on to it.
G2, but they're pivoting over towards B.
And they see the Omen flash hit over towards B, and they have. Dude, we really got to keep an eye on Trent's first of all going to use his ult, and if Icy gets a kill, it's giant. Icy gets a kill, gets his ult.
Able to hold on to it, has that for the retake. See when he decides to send that. As it now goes crashing across, several players going to be caught by that one. Icy on the entry, able to find
does get traded though.
Down Carpe, finding 2, looks for a little bit more, can't quite make it happen, but it's going to be Isu. Mowing down the last few.
Close.
T1
okay, one chance.
Now up to match point.
One
11, but G2, they have been
this was a nice round from T1 though, to be fair, right? Just so much map control within the first 40 seconds, then the fake ult over towards A, then pivot towards B. Like, this was good from them. They do feel like they're having the most success over towards B.
Instead of saving it until they get to a site, they use it to clear space, give them the ability to pivot, put themselves into a post plan, and Xcurate is fired up.
Yeah, man. What else we
into
got?
his monitor as if his former teammates on the
Chamber.
opposite
Oh,
side
dude,
can hear
Chambers
him.
aggro with the spike.
Showstopper there now for
going
Icy.
on?
Got that on the depth. Tour de Force. He's going to be able to note that Chamber here
Saya
on his A
one
side map,
away
pulls back
from
away, and
his
he's
ult.
also
So
gonna be
this
holding
orb is
on to
going to
that
look
spike,
pretty
so it should be
appealing, and
just
they're
like it
going to
take it.
tap and
It's gonna be a
expect
little
some
bit slow
kind of...
to get himself in there
Okay,
for the plant.
decides to
Cautious
clear
of the
everywhere
showstopper,
fast,
RT1. They want to make sure
and
they
then
don't give
get the
anything
orb.
over
Yeah,
for
this is a
free
nice
there.
way of handling this.
They're going to use that paint
I
shells
like
to
this from
clear space
G2,
to give
just
Saya
accepting that
hits.
they need to have
Yeah.
more map control than they did the
Yep,
round
Showstopper
before.
is now online.
One person
The
aggro
alarm
over
bot,
towards
that
A,
other Nano
and
still standing there
I mean
on
Trent
C.
is was committed.
Trent for now left alone here on A in a very committed position.
Damn, he has so much
See this
util, and he's in such a committed spot.
Staggered pullback from G2.
Where's the
They're
smoke
so
to help
cautious
him?
Of utility.
Okay.
They see it, they fall back. They're trying
That's
to get
nice.
info.
Wall goes
They're
up,
trying to give
he gets
themselves
out
the
of
best
there.
opportunity to rotate when
Gets a
they
bit of
want
info.
to dictate the pace of this game in their favor. Still have to be so concerned about these showstoppers for both sides. That's why they're being overly cautious, also with the pressure of that scoreline.
They purposely let that Haunt get the reveal there onto Xcurate. Because he has been lingering, he has been lurking. Xcurate now pushing forward.
Oh,
Gets the
man.
opening shot. Trent going to be taken down.
a
Showstopper not
lot
able
down
to
to
find anything,
Icy
but
in
the
this
plant's going to
ult.
be coming through. The man advantage is there for T1. In this 5v4
There's a
post plant.
lot
Icy, that
down
Showstopper,
to Icy
it
in
needs
this
to
ult,
deliver.
and they have great after plant positions. Izu's in the most important
drop.
pause.
Boom about to try the spot. He drops down and he turns back around. He is able to find it. He ends up pulling on the back end as well as he finds that kill. Shots across leap down to 3 HP. Swing out from Rossi. He ends up falling. And now it is all on Carpe.
Oh, damn,
And he
dude,
cannot
Valen
make it
did
happen.
so much
Ladies and
work
gentlemen,
here. He did
welcome
so
to
much
Shanghai
work
and
here.
welcome
The
to
smoke over
overtime.
towards
This is
tree,
exactly
and
what we
he
wanted to
just
see from these two
owned
teams.
everyone,
Both
bro.
have
He got
been
3.
so good at Lotus. It has been such
Shout
a
out to Icy,
favored
man, as
map
well. I know he
for
gets a
them
1 for
throughout
1
this
here, but
stage.
as soon as he didn't check that corner,
wouldn't
I
have it
thought
any
he
other
was
way.
done for. I like that he double checked it.
We go right into
Yeah,
overtime.
his smoke
A
forces
little bit of
one
an
out
overswing,
to
I
go
think, for
help his
Rossi. I think he
team,
got a
and
little
then
bit overconfident
shout out to
there.
Valen, man. Valen did
Went for an
unreal
angle that
things.
was a little bit tough after doing so much damage. Tried to see if he could catch him a little bit off guard after he lit up Leaf towards rope. But G2 so
well, this is the
aware,
guy that we
so
have to
ready
watch in
for it, and
terms
with
of
both
overtime.
teams
What's
so
he going
good
to be
on their
buying?
defender side.
And he
Who is going to be able to
he
get that
bought a
attacker
rifle
side
and then
win
goes
first?
back
Will
to the
that
op.
be that
Also to
deciding
note, all the
factor,
coaches have
considering they
another
were both
timeout now
9
that we're in
and
overtime.
3 on their defenders.
Glass cannon here for Xcurate. Operator back in hand, gets himself boosted up
Oh,
here
this could work
on
well.
top of the box. Very short TP over to the left for him.
I like this though. So you see the
does get
G2
cleared.
went close. So Valen here,
So
so
much
you
attention
think this is
here
a lot of
at
util,
Rubble.
but this is
Saya
literally
trying to
all
take
because
positioning.
Valen
Taking an immense
goes
amount of space,
close
but
and
now he's
TP's
leaving
back,
Rossi.
creating the question
All
mark
his
like he
lonesome.
did when
Weapon
he
comes
went
out.
over
Here's the
towards
Prowler,
Rubble,
takes some
and then they
shots.
dumped
Paranoia,
all their
now
util
force
to
it
try and
back.
get the guy over towards Rubble, thinking that they were
Knocks
out
his way
towards
away.
Rubble.
Paint
That,
shells
all of
now
that
being
for
set.
one
His
fake
own fight gonna be
TP,
coming through
that
the
is
entry.
huge.
Has already begun, but he's still able to find the first shot. Jonah P going to be taken down
3 people on site.
for a little bit more.
Interesting they go for the retake wall as well. They wanted to fight aggro A. Oh my god, Leaf, bro. This is so doable though for Xcred. One's super low and they're going to get the comms of this guy is super low.
He just has the operator, a single headshot on that headhunter. That's all he can really
Dude,
hope
imagine
for.
he goes for a spam
Unless he
kill
can
when
get
they try and
himself into
plant
the site
him.
and recover one of these weapons.
You would be a lunatic to go for it.
You're in an advantageous position for him to go ahead and recover one, but he doesn't want to make any noise. Sees one. That's going to be Leaf taken
Oh.
down as he draws out that headhunter.
Leaf did so
Valen
good
swings in.
though. What the hell
The
is
lead
that?
is there. It is
Valen did good
G2s
as well
they are
though.
now at match
Don't get me
point.
wrong. Even the TP over
Timeout
towards A
call
just
is going to be coming through for
I mean,
T1.
it made them work out that it
Needing
was
to get
the
this reset.
the
And what a
aggro
gutsy play
A
call
stack.
here from G2. Just say, all right,
Oh,
we're
mate.
going to death ball it towards C. Little bit of congestion towards A, but T1 just a little bit slow. This is a great understanding of the way that T1 was playing their defender side by Valen. because typically G2
yeah,
has
and the big
taking their time to rotate. They kind of
the big thing here is it was pretty much like you look at the halves. It was pretty much who can win the attack round. And this was an attack round, and they've been struggling on attack. So this is going to be an interesting timeout. If you look at the first half, and both teams are going to be talking about this because both of the coaches would have been writing everything. Most of the success from T1 was over towards B, so B is very likely. And then also if you're T1, you're going to be talking about the fact that the Viper orb was all the time over towards A. So you're very likely to see a B or a C hit from T1 right now. So if you're G2, you might just go aggro over towards A, hold 1A, and then heavier stack C or B.
That means you die.
We'll see.
Can't forget about Leaf.
Everything to play for here for T1 if they want that reset. G2 just looking to try to end it right here, right now. Get that 14-12. No riskiness from them, no glass cannon, no operator. It's going to play a very straight up round.
Yeah, in overtime they decide to go for no op on attack.
Looking to take their time a little bit. Another early push out towards the rock from Xcurate.
It's nice though.
They're going to get the ping.
Smoke to block vision,
and
then they
use that orb
oh, they use the orb
take
here. That's a giant win, man. That is a giant win. You can't pick this up anymore.
That they're going for more of an A hit. Really clear the turret. Carpe
so
just taking a scrape of damage on the way out.
The smoke in the door
backs away. Leaf wanted to get that
makes them use their Viper smoke to try and block vision. And they try to walk out over towards A. Dude, this is such a mad overtime to just literally look at the Omen util. Fake TP on defense, sorry, on attack. Baits out all that util. Next round, one smoke and a door open. Baits out this Viper smoke here so they don't have it for after plant. This is crazy. It's a great example of just like the little details. Stays alive as Omen Flash. Do it.
Considering if he wants to TP back with the rest of his team, and he does so. Paranoia at the ready, sends that, and that's going to force them packing, but no, he's overstaying.
Oh man, Icy as well hit the shot. Icy hit the important shot on Pit. Holy hell, what a comeback. Oh, this was a banger game though. What a banger game.
14-12.
Yeah, this really delivered. It was so close. I feel sorry for T1, but it's been the same story for them on attack a little bit. They gotta focus on their forces over towards C slightly.